3 days ago, ATM signaled a token called Don't Burn Capital, which went on to do 500x in one day. Look at this chart. This token reached an all-time high $35 million market cap. Try and have a guess where the ATM algorithm called it. If you guessed all the way back here, then you would be correct. The ATM.day algorithm called this token at 74.4k. Then, about 16 hours later, it did this. On that same day, ATM also signaled a token called Dog Invest, which reached a $6 million market cap within 4 hours of launching and went on to reach $9 million the following day. ATM called this token at 121k, 3 minutes after it launched. So what actually is ATM and how does it keep making these early calls? We're about to get into that, as well as some important things to know before using this tool. As always, if you like what you see and you do want to try out ATM, my link will be in the description or the pinned comment down below. That'll also give you an extra 7 days on top of any pro subscription of 1 month or more. So ATM is made up of several different algorithms, which track data from a constantly evolving database of over 20,000 insider wallets and professional traders, as well as volume data, holder analytics, and over 30 other on-chain metrics. Each one of those metrics carries a certain amount of weight and significance when it comes to signaling tokens, and when you put it all together, you end up with calls like the ones I just showed you. Currently, there are 4 different ATM algorithms, each with their own Telegram bot. The OG algorithm, the OG 2.0 algorithm, the PumpFun algorithm, and the LaunchLab and BonkFun algorithm. Each of these algorithms uses slightly different filters, so they'll each suit different trading styles. The OG algorithm currently calls around 70 tokens per day, and it's aimed at mid-cap tokens in the 100k to $2 million market cap range, with a win rate that generally hovers above 70%. The OG 2.0 algorithm is, as you would expect, basically the OG algorithm but better. It is currently in beta at the moment, so it might not be perfect, and realistically no algorithm ever will be, but I have seen it consistently making some very good calls. The PumpFun algorithm, like the name suggests, is focused on calling PumpFun tokens before they migrate. It generally calls tokens between 20 to 40k market cap, and on average about 40% of those tokens end up migrating, which is really quite impressive when you consider that the average migration rate on PumpFun itself is about 1%. Now obviously there will be a bit more risk trading these calls and a lot of them won't work out, but your potential reward is a lot higher if you catch a token at say 20k market cap and it goes to 2 million, for example. So it really just depends what sort of strategy you want to go for. Finally, the LaunchLab and BonkFun algorithm is basically the same as the PumpFun algorithm, but for LaunchLab and BonkFun. If you do want to look into some more detailed stats about each algorithm, you can find them here on the website, or if you're looking for something more specific, you can always message the developer, Andrew, who's an absolute legend, by the way. They've also got extensive documentation available, which I highly recommend that you read through. They even cover a few potential strategies for using ATM, as well as some great tips on trading psychology and how to go about doing your own research on a token. For now though, there are some important things that I think you should know before using ATM. First of all, it goes without saying, no trading tool will ever be perfect. Of course there will be some bad calls, they're not all good, it's just the nature of meme coins. So it's entirely up to you to manage your own risk and make sure that you're not investing more than you're comfortable trading with. And I know everyone says that about everything in crypto, but it is genuinely important. Not just because it will put you in a bad position financially, but if you're trading emotionally, you'll end up making bad decisions, and then you'll trade even more recklessly to try and make up for the money that you lost. Trust me, I've been there several times. This is not some magic thing that's instantly going to turn you into an amazing trader and drag you out of debt. If you look at it that way, you will trade like an idiot and you will lose money. That is a fact. Second thing, ATM is not aimed at completely new traders. If you come into this with no trading knowledge or experience of meme coins at all, you will lose money. This does require some level of trading knowledge. You should be able to do some basic research on a token when it comes to identifying narratives, looking at socials, websites, checking bundles, all that sort of thing, knowing common chart patterns to look out for. A signal can only be as good as the person trading it. You can have the best signals in the world, but if you're a terrible trader to begin with, you still still won't do well. And if you just go in blindly, you'll have no idea whether you should or shouldn't trade a signal. Which leads me into my next point. Not every signal should be traded. With some basic knowledge, it should be obvious if a token is complete trash. You need to keep in mind it is just an algorithm. It has no concept of narrative, it doesn't know what the current trends are. It's making these calls purely based on on-chain data. Anyway, my third and penultimate point. A signal from the algorithm should be viewed as just that, a signal. It's not necessarily a call to buy right away. It's more of a suggestion to look into that particular token and do some research. Often you'll find you can actually get a better entry by waiting a little bit after the signal. Again, the algorithm is just looking at on-chain data. It can't visually see the chart the way that we can. It might be obvious to us if the chart is about to dip, but the algorithm doesn't know that. It just sees a spike in volume, some wallet activity that it likes, so it makes the call. It's not actually trying to call the dip, it's just calling a token that it believes will increase in value relative to where it currently is. My fourth and final point, these algorithms are only available with the Pro subscription right now, so you are making a bit of an investment to try it out. That means if you're trading with a small amount of money, it might not be such a good idea for you to invest a load of money in a trading tool. Personally, I think the pricing is fair for the value it's providing. All it takes is catching one really good trade and that's the subscription paid off anyway. Also, if it does work out for you and you do want to continue, then you can get significantly better value by switching to one of the longer term plans. Anyway, my general point is this is basically aimed at traders who are already relatively experienced and have a decent amount of money to play with. If that sounds like you and you want to give it a try, again, my link will be in the description or the pinned comment down below for that extra 7 days on your subscription. If you found this video helpful, a like and subscribe would be greatly appreciated as always. I will be doing more videos on ATM in the very near future. For now though, I've been me, you've been you, thanks for watching and see you later.